This is the story of Barry, a teenager with no friends who spends his entire life fantasizing about spit roasting his history teacher with Chuck Norris.
All right, Barry. I'll take the front, and you take the back.
From 1992, this is Sidekicks. I'm Jay Harangue and I've wasted hours of my life watching terrible films.
You should subscribe.
This is Barry and he's the main character. He's sad, pathetic, and gets relentlessly bullied at school. And I can totally see why. He's got a really punchable face. And oh yeah, Barry's got asthma. There's a girl at school who feels sorry for Barry and it's Winnie Cooper. Don't know what her name is in this and I don't care. Barry doesn't help himself because he sits in Miss Chan's history class daydreaming about being the sidekick of his hero, Chuck Norris.
Thanks for helping me out again.
All you gotta do is ask, Chuck.
Sure thing, Chucky Poo, old pal.
These daydream scenarios make up about 30 minutes of the film, and in them, Miss Chan is always the damsel in distress. It's unclear as to whether Barry wants Miss Chan for himself or if he wants to share her with Chuck, but more on that later. Miss Chan's had enough of Barry not paying attention in her class, so she'll be wanting to talk to his dad.
Again.
Here's Barry's dad. His name's Jerry, and he's like, look, Miss Chan, Barry has asthma, so it's okay for him to fantasize about being a hero every so often. And she's like, yeah, Jerry, but not in my class. So Jerry decides to enroll Barry at Stone's Karate. Mr. Stone is pretty intimidating. He shouts at children with an 80s mullet. Yeah! Then tells Barry and his dad how he could beat up Chuck Norris. And oh no, Barry's panicking.
Could you wheeze a little quieter, kid? I'm trying to talk here.
Jerry's like, right, that's it, we're leaving. Back at home, Barry is watching a film starring Chuck Norris. And here we go again. Barry imagines himself in the film as Chuck's sidekick. Once again, Miss Chan is being held captive, but this time the main baddie is Mr. Stone in yellowface, which apparently is absolutely fine.
You think so?
No.
It's totally inappropriate.
Just as Chuck and Barry save the day, back in reality, Jerry comes in and turns the TV off. Good. The next day at school, Barry is sat in a classroom alone having another fantasy. Miss Chan wakes him up and she's like, Barry, were you knocking one out under the desk?
Yeah, I was, just working it out.
Uh-huh.
She's like, Barry, I've found someone who's going to teach you martial arts. And it's her uncle, Mr. Lee, who's coming over from China to work at her family restaurant, the Frying Dragon. And I had to check a few times that I'd not missed anything here, because suddenly Barry's dad is shagging Miss Chan.
What?
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is going to fit in with Barry's fantasy. It's one thing being involved in a spit roast with two 40-year-olds, but it's another to upgrade it to an airtight and include your dad.
And your uncle.
Okay, then.
Anyway, Mr. Lee is in the kitchen throwing stuff at Barry's head. He starts telling Barry how he needs to stop being so pathetic, but while that's going on, for some reason this group of dirty bikers has come into the restaurant and is hassling Jerry. This scene is totally pointless, but we do get to see Mr. Lee demonstrate how good he is at martial arts when he pretends to be drunk and beats them up. Not only is this awful, but it goes on and on and on. Mr. Lee's like, that's the power of deception, Barry.
Whatever.
He's told Barry to walk to school from now on, instead of being driven by his dad. He starts fantasizing that he's on some sort of military operation, but then he wakes up and realizes he's still just a massive bellend. Oh, look, there's Winnie.
Hi.
She's like, want to lift to school, Barry? And he's like, no, it's okay, I need to walk.
Okay, bye.
Even her 8-year-old brother hates him.
Nobody likes me.
When he gets to school, he embarrasses school bully Randy Cellini in class. So Randy wants to kick his head in. But he doesn't, he just rips the cover of his Black Belt magazine in half.
Oh no!
Later, we see Barry training with Mr. Lee, but even simple breathing exercises give Barry an asthma attack. Yeah, his asthma is so bad that Barry has to sit out of Mr. Horn's gym class. So instead, he sits on the bleachers, imagining himself as Chuck Norris's sidekick in the Wild West. Mr. Horn catches him sleeping and he's like, right, Barry, climb this rope in front of everyone.
You can do it, Barry!
No, he can't. He's got asthma, remember? But oh, look, imaginary Chuck Norris is there to help him. So Barry gets all the way to the top, yeah. On the way home, Barry finally plucks up the courage to do this.
I really like you.
I like you too, Barry.
Well, why don't we, go out?
Go out?
Yeah.
I like you. Not like that.
What?
So Barry runs home and has an asthma attack. And oh no, his inhaler's empty. So he's taken to the hospital where Mr. Lee sneaks into his room.
Oh my gosh.
No, not like that. He does some special Chinese healing thing. So now Barry's fine and we get this montage of him training with Mr. Lee. That night at the Frying Dragon, Mr. Lee gives Barry some nunchucks to train with. And this sets up some hilarious slapstick comedy moments like this. This is shit.
Yep.
Back at Barry's house, Miss Chan is doing this, and Jerry is loving it. She's like, you have a go, Jerry. And he's like, no, I can't, but then he tries it. Later, Mr. Lee starts asking Barry how often he's been knocking one out of a Chuck Norris.
Just at night.
You must learn to control them.
Then we get the next montage showing Barry improving. Everything he does is still rubbish, but for plot purposes, he's improved. And the next day at school, he gets to put his new skills to the test.
I can't breathe.
Up yours, Cellini.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Randy's not having that.
What'd you say to me? I said it's not gonna be so easy this time.
Then there's this fight.
I'm out of here, okay?
Mr. Horn comes to break it up, but he's pretty impressed with Barry's skills, as is Winnie, who now does want to go out with Barry.
Odd. Very odd.
So now we get another fantasy scene that goes on for far too long, but this time it's not Miss Chan who needs rescuing, it's Winnie.
Hey, this is my dream.
Oh, fuck off, Barry. The next day at school, Randy challenges Barry to enter a karate tournament.
Karate tournament?
Yes, because he wants to settle this once and for all. Does this sound familiar to anyone?
Yeah.
So he goes to see Mr. Lee.
I'm not ready.
But Mr. Lee's like, yes, you are. So that's happening. And it's time for the final training montage. And here we are at the tournament. But oh no, they tried to register as a team of 3, but they're told they have to have 4.
What?
Yeah, so apparently Miss Chan and Mr. Lee are also entering. No, they don't plan to fight school children. They all signed up for separate events. But it doesn't matter now because they don't have a 4th. At this point, I'm thinking they're going to bring Barry's dad in. But oh, look. Here comes Chuck Norris.
Right.
Mr. Lee tells Miss Chan to go and ask him to join their team, and he agrees. Barry's going to cream his pants when he finds out.
Hi, I'm Chuck Norris.
Fucking hell, Barry.
You needed a 4th team member, and now you've got one.
So Barry's dream has become a reality and Chuck Norris has joined Team Frying Dragon. Right, let's get on with this ridiculous competition. If you're expecting Barry to fight Randy, think again. That doesn't happen. What does happen is this women's karate dancing event that Miss Chan is entering. Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Okay.
But Miss Chan can only manage 2nd place. The winner was this woman from Stone Karate. Yeah, that's right. Randy goes to Stone Karate.
Yes, of course.
The next event is block breaking, and Randy's broken 8 blocks. But don't worry, Mr. Lee's got this. Brilliant. Next up, dancing with weapons, and it's Barry's turn. Let's see if all his nunchuck practice has paid off. Or we could just pretend this clearly Asian man is Barry in a white ninja suit. Apparently Barry's won the event, but you wouldn't know, because the film doesn't update the scoreboard.
Really?
Really?
The final event is freestyle men's fighting, and yeah, it sets up a final match between Mr. Stone and Chuck Norris. That's so awful I can't even be asked with it. But as this entire film is just a 90-minute Chuck Norris gobble job, I'm sure you can guess who wins.
Yep,
And that means it's a tie between Stone Karate and the Frying Dragon. I'm not sure how, because Barry won the weapons, Mr. Lee won the blocks, and Chuck Norris won the fighting. But it's a tie. Why? Because plot.
Okay.
The Frying Dragon wins a coin toss, which means they can choose their participant. So clearly they're going to pick Chuck Norris.
Obviously.
Oh no, they pick Barry.
Come again?
Stone Karate puts Randy up against him, and they select block breaking as the event. Randy breaks 7 blocks, Barry breaks 7 blocks. Then Randy gets greedy and goes for 9, but he only manages 8. So if Barry breaks 9, his team wins. Mr. Lee then covers the blocks in lighter fluid and sets them alight. Now, I'm no scientist, but according to Google, heat can cause concrete to stress and crack. Therefore, this is cheating. But whatever, Barry breaks all the blocks and everyone's really happy, yeah.
I've always wanted to meet you. Been kind of like a dream.
Dreams do come true, Barry.
And then they bang.
What?
Obviously they don't.
Oh.
In fact, Chuck Norris disappears like a ghost. It seems he only appeared to Barry because he had that copy of Black Belt magazine. But this kid's found it now. Maybe he can be a champion too. Oh right, maybe not. Anyway, that's the end of the film. So until next time. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. And please consider joining my Patreon. There's a link in the description. Thank you.